Thanks for joining us here at noon. I'm Tatum Miller. Newly filed court documents are uncovering what officials believe happened to 3-year-old Easton Duranjic in the days leading up to his death. Court documents say officers who responded to the scene noted he appeared to have heavy bruising on his face and body. Duranjic and his younger sibling were living at an apartment with 21-year-old Cheyenne Erickson and 24-year-old Rosa Garza. According to court documents, the boy had been throwing up and complained that his body hurt in the days leading up to his death, but was never taken to the hospital. Erickson told investigators that Garza had been assaultive towards her and would occasionally lose his temper with Easton as well. The final autopsy report says Easton suffered 28 blunt force injuries. Easton's manner of death was ruled homicide and his cause of death listed as an assault. Erickson and Garza were arrested yesterday and charged with 1 count of second-degree murder. Both made their initial court appearances this morning and both had their bail set at $2 million for unconditional release or $1 million for conditional release. They're both due back in court on August 1st. We have more information about this story on our website and the free VNL News app. You can download and use it for free by searching VNL News in the App Store today.